final book club episode of Star Wars Month as we take a brief look at the Star Wars novel Thrawn. Thrawn, it's basically Sherlock Holmes in space. You have your Sherlock character, Thrawn himself, you have your Watson character, Ellie, and you even have your Moriarty-style character in the form of the villainous Night Swan. These three characters' relationships were so very Sherlock Holmesy that in my head while reading the novel, I couldn't even hear Thrawn's voice from Star Wars Rebels, but instead heard Benedict Cumberbatch's voice and Martin Freeman. Is this a problem though? No, not really, of course not. Sherlock Holmes is awesome and space is awesome, so putting them together makes double the awesome. However, I would find it very surprising if anyone who read the novel didn't immediately draw the comparison. So, Thrawn, it's essentially an origin story for the character, spanning across his initial interaction with the Empire, leading all the way up to around about Season 2 of Star Wars Rebels. I think it's a little bit hazy, I'm going to have to rewatch Star Wars Rebels to figure it out, but it's around that area. And as such, since it's following the story of an Imperial officer rising through the Imperial ranks, we get to see lots of space battles and lots of insight into the Imperial Navy, and really a lot of what I wanted from this novel. Before reading this novel, I really didn't know a great deal about the character Thrawn aside from his appearance in Star Wars Rebels, although I was vaguely aware that he does play a relatively large role in the old legend canon. So I was very excited to see what would be done with him in the new canon, and it definitely didn't disappoint me. After reading this, I hope we do get to see a lot more of him, although I'm slightly worried because it does deal with such a large portion of his lifespan, so hopefully they've left some good stories to be told. Further, moving past the character of Thrawn himself, this novel also doubles as a sort of origin story for Governor Pryce. I really didn't expect this, and I didn't even realise that the character was actually Governor Pryce until pretty late into the novel, and it does an absolutely excellent job documenting her rise to power and the corruption of her soul. Now at this point I will do a bit of a spoiler warning. I think for the most part the spoilers won't be too spoilerific, and if I get close to a big spoiler I will do another warning. I mean, it's kind of difficult to tell what is and isn't a spoiler, for the same reason that it's difficult to tell whether saying that the Titanic sinks is a spoiler for the movie Titanic. I mean, I think we all know it sinks at the end, and I think by the same token most of us would assume that a novel documenting Grand Admiral Thrawn's rise to power would document his rise to power, and also, of course, Governor Pryce too. So really it's more of the story about how that happens, and I think it's definitely a story worth hearing. Especially when it comes to both characters coming from rather difficult backgrounds. Governor Pryce doesn't exactly start from a position of power, and really has to work her way into it, and by the same token, Thrawn is an alien in the Imperial Navy, which is extremely speciest. And so for both of them, it was really cool to see them fight and claw their way to the top in the face of absolute adversity. As far as tie-ins go to the rest of the Star Wars franchise, I would probably say that this novel is probably tied closest to Star Wars Rebels, because obvious reasons. Although also for all of you Clone Wars fans, we do also have Yularen coming back as a rather major character. So really the efforts Disney's making to tie in all of the different areas of the Star Wars universe into one cohesive story is still being done really impressively. Overall, I think this novel's positives far outweigh its negatives, but it does have a couple of negatives. Well, only 3 really, and they are really quite minor. So, firstly, I thought it was really strange that Thrawn took so long to get the hang of Basic, when Ellie never seemed to have much trouble translating Thrawn's language back into Basic. I mean, especially later in the novel when Thrawn's been speaking Basic for quite a long time and he comes across some words he doesn't know, Ellie always seems to understand the word that Thrawn's speaking his own language, even though you would think it would be equally obscure. But whatever, maybe it was just Thrawn pretending to be bad at Basic to keep Ellie around. Secondly, I found it kind of strange and a little bit annoying that pretty much every single character that encountered Thrawn took the time to remark, usually to another character, often Ellie, about how clever Thrawn is. I don't think you need to have other characters constantly telling you a character is clever to understand that he's clever, and the novel really does a good job of showing just how clever Thrawn is, so I don't think it needed to be constantly hammered in by other characters that he's a clever person. I think we all got the picture. And thirdly, and this is in spoiler territory, so fair warning, I thought the twist towards the end about who Night Swan was really not much of a twist. He was pretty much the only character it could possibly be, and he was the only character that outsmarted Thrawn even slightly throughout the entire novel. So it was kind of done as a bit of a big reveal and, a slow turnaround, and I think most people reading the novel would kind of respond to the reveal with a sort of, well, obviously, yes, it's him, who else would it be? But as I said, these are 3 really minor gripes in the face of a really fantastic novel. So, Star Wars Thrawn. Do I suggest it? Yes, most certainly. If you like any sci-fi, especially if you like space battles and cool tactics, Thrawn is definitely worth a read. If you like Star Wars Rebels or Clone Wars, or really just Star Wars in general, it's definitely going to be up your alley. So, with all of that said and done, as always, thanks for watching, and until next time, I have been and still am Grim Grindle.